He mad. What's up, everybody? My name is Connie Westside, the best side. Today, man, it's just us three. What up? What up, C?
What's going on? Good morning, everyone. I hope you're ready for a good show this morning.
What up, Will?
Popping, yo. Let's get it going, man.
Man, Will, you got the Georgetown
Come
jersey?
on, I'm repping AI, man, to the end, man. You know what
I
I'm saying?
know that.
They just dropped the George. No, they dropping the Georgetown this summer, man. I mean,
I know.
this fall. So you know what I mean. So that's something that we got to look out for. You know
I
what I'm
definitely want to
saying?
get it. It's nice.
Yeah, man. So guys, hell of a game last night.
Whoa.
Yo, I called it though. I told y'all it was.
It was
going
absolutely amazing for me because I was in a house full of Celtics fans. Literally, my aunt, her nephew,
Man,
or her
big Celtics
cousins.
energy.
I was like, yeah, this is usually gonna lose. You know how Jimmy gets. Like when it's time to be locked in, that's
Jimmy
when
buckets.
you see Jimmy coming out. Like that exactly. You see buckets come out when he's locked in. Because some games like where is he? But
Man,
Kyle.
he did it. He did it. Hobble. Let's remember that. 47, 9, and 8. That's a
Thank
mess.
God. Thankfully, Kyle decided to play yesterday because what he finished with 17 and 10 assists.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But Philly always show up. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying?
You know what?
Don't ever.
Well, when it mattered, when the game mattered, you guys showed up. I was there with a couple Philly fans, and it was a lot going on. Just put it like that.
Oh man,
It's always like that.
I thought LeBron fans were bad. Ooh, Philly fans are the same way.
We relentless. We don't care. I told you, look, we boo Santa Claus. Anybody can get this work, man. But you got to show up.
Yeah. Well, look, y'all hear we talking, man. So we're gonna go ahead and shoot y'all with this intro, and
Enjoy the show.
you got a show. You know what I'm saying? But first, cause my sister, she's actually about to go do some big things. We're gonna do her intro today as well. So
ESPN.
this is
CSPN, I love it. I need to get that on a shirt.
CSPN.
Yes, I love it.
This is the full 94. Well, that never gets old.
Never.
One more for the one more. I have to do this for C because she's doing big things, so we have to do this for C. Hold tight.
Again on the track.
This is the full 94.
What's going on?
Man, so look, of course we got a lot to talk about. Game 7, man. We got to talk about the Warriors, of course, taking the West again. And then there's some funny things that happened at the Western Conference championship game where Chuck was getting a lot of stuff thrown at him. Really funny. I'll get y'all take on that. But first things first is Miami going to win the series, or is it going to be Boston? Where are we going? Where are we at with it? So, like, I just want to know where we at with it, guys.
Miami got it.
They did what they had to do, bring it back to Miami.
I told y'all, man.
They had 56 wins this year.
Yeah.
29 of them were won at home.
Oh, yeah. That's just big. And you know what's funny about that, man? And I tell everybody, man, and I'm like, yo, man, the crib need a championship, bro. Crib need a championship. I don't care if it's the Eastern Conference Final Championship or what, man, but the crib needs a championship.
Yeah,
but
winning the chip.
But Draymond was like, yo, we all know who we're gonna be playing. We're gonna be playing them Celtics. And to see Miami come and say, yo, hey, look, otherwise,
like, it was Udonis.
But that's what they do, though. Like, that's what they do. Like, every time their back has been against the wall, that's what they do. Like, Jimmy really came out. Hobble, shout out to Kyle Lowry, you know what I'm saying, giving what he can give. He's literally on his last leg right now. But then I think the thing that's ignored is, Bam didn't even play a great game
at all.
And they still won. I think he was like plus 12.
But when he had his power game, he had 31 points. Rob Williams was not in the game. So it's like, it's a game 7. Rob Williams is definitely going to play. But in order to close out a series, we need Bam to be Bam. Like, the Miami Heat need Bam to be Bam. And Eric has to figure out an adjustment to get him to get his buckets down low with Rob guarding him. That's an adjustment that Eric has not done this entire series, because he just does not play Bam's basketball when he's up against Rob Williams.
Bam's got to become a consistent player either way. And I ain't forgot that y'all tried to say that Bam was just as good as Joel, but I'm not even going to cover it.
Who said that?
I'm not gonna cover it. I've heard a bunch of people say that. I ain't even going to call no names. But I think it's going to come down to Bam having a great game and PJ Tucker having a great game also. PJ Tucker is
he needs to be spicy that game. He has to be spicy, because Jason is going to come out. And Jason is going to come out and have a monstrous game. You know how he gets. I mean, I know he got his, I
think Jason dribbles too much.
You think so?
I want to say it quietly because I don't want to slander him, but he had 7 turnovers last night.
Yeah, he
kind of cost him the game.
I don't know what it was up. He let the calling get to him. He was crying after every play. Like, you know what? Just get back on defense. And you're straggling when it comes being back on defense. Like, what? I get it. Some of the calls were ridiculous, but that's what you get in a game, closeout game. Easton, you know what I'm saying? It's a closeout game. We all want a game 7. There was no outs game 7. Why not? For Eastern Conference Final, you're about to go. We need to know which team is the better team for the Warriors.
So I got a question for you. Win, lose, or draw, whoever plays the Warriors, are we going into game 7 with the Warriors?
No.
Warriors, okay.
Neither team.
I just want to let everybody know.
If we're honest about it, we saw what the Warriors are capable of in the Memphis series. Like, the Warriors took Memphis' best shot. And people say, "Oh, Ja got hurt." When Ja was playing,
no,
it was still giving the Grizzlies that work. So that's null and void. Like,
bruh, it's not like I'm talking about like the Grizzlies punched these boys in the mouth really good.
Yeah,
and it still didn't work.
Doesn't help anybody but the Warriors.
Exactly.
Getting punched in the mouth, they're not going down like that again. That's like going in a game, punching Steph, Draymond, Clay, all in the face, and everyone expected. No one really expected the Grizzlies to win.
Right.
But to win like a game like that doesn't do anything but add fuel to their fire.
Oh, yeah.
And Andrew Wiggins is out here playing like Iguodala when he got that finals MVP. So,
you know what? I was so shocked when they gave the Western Conference Finals MVP to Steph. Now, the reason why I was shocked because, Andrew Wiggins was playing, like a madman. So, I in my mind, I'm like, yo, hey, Wig, finna get it. But,
I was shocked
that says a lot to say.
Even the fact he only scored 15 points that game. I was shocked.
Yeah. Now, but here's another thing, though. Man, Andrew Wiggins is starting to live up to what we saw, when he was coming out. We knew he was going to be a good pro. and I know everybody gets on me about potential, but he's definitely potential personified.
But that's just in that system. As me and Miles were talking earlier, he said being in the Warriors dynasty, they can, they know how to recruit, they know how to develop their players.
Mm-hmm.
So it's when you have potential being in that system, you can become a great player just because of how they work with you.
Right.
I think them in Miami are like above and beyond everybody else in the league when it comes to player development and coaching, because you can literally fit them in. Like you look at Kevon Looney was out here playing like he should be an all-star center. Like,
oh yeah,
when you got players stepping up like that, and then you're able to develop players. I think Kuminga is going to be. I think that's how you say his name. I think he's going to be a good player when you develop him. Also, like, and they're giving them time. Like Andrew Wiggins doesn't have to be the number one option on the team.
He can be the fifth.
Right, he can just come in and play his game, and then he'll give you 30 on the night when everybody else is off, and that's good.
Again, takes me back to my argument about with Michael Beasley, but I mean, I'm going to digress on that. But like, I mean, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Everybody doesn't have to be the guy getting drafted. You know what I mean? And yes, you're expected to be a savior, but sometimes you got to be that person that, hey, I want to play my game, play
Jordan
basketball.
Poole is the walk-in blueprint of it.
Yeah, and man. And I'm so sad that my number one Black Air Force player is not going to be playing, and that's the young glove Gary Payton Jr.
They said he might be back for game one.
He might be.
He might be back for game one. You got to pay attention,
man. And that rotation is crazy. Like
crazy.
Neither team can handle
that. Man.
So does this? So we all in agreement that the Warriors are going to win.
Yeah,
we all in agreement.
And if the Warriors win,
okay,
where does this rank Steph? Is he the GOAT, as we were saying? Well, in the GOAT conversation, as we were saying pre-show, does this move him up in the top 75 to a higher number? Is this? Where does this rank Steph in the Warriors dynasty after this one? When they win?
See, let me keep it a whole buck. See, when I text that out, I saw that like there's no way he's not in the GOAT conversation. Because like we keep saying he's the greatest shooter of all time. No, give him player. A player doesn't have to be 6'6" and above to be the greatest player. Mm-hmm. A player can be a player. Steph Curry 6'2" and a half, man. 6'2" and a half, shooting lights out, playing good ball. Like he's a ball player. He's not gonna give you the amazing dunk, but he's gonna give you the points. He's gonna get you to a championship. He's showing like, yo, I'm a championship player. And you know what I'm saying? And the team that was built around me, and let's be honest, everything was built around Steph. When it was clear when Steph came onto the scene that, yo, this is the guy we want to build around. We're gonna get a big man here. We're gonna get a second option here, and then we're gonna get a couple athletic guys. You know what I'm saying? It's clear that Steph was the guy. Steph is unanimous. He's not the unanimous GOAT, but he has to be in the GOAT conversation. He has to be in the conversation because I don't know who else would.
Can you put up a comment? Ulysses is saying, even with the 4, stop that BS of GOAT talk with Steph. He might be top 15. Even with the 4 rings, 2 of them KD, and they wouldn't have won without him.
The honcho's coming in.
So here's the thing with that comment, and I understand the whole thing about KD, but at the same time, you can't ignore what Steph allowed KD to do. Like, that's not something that's easy. And whether you want to say it or not, they won rings without KD. I think people forget.
But it's showing me that KD needed them more they needed him, especially what KD's.
That's what it's showing me.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he is the GOAT, but to bring him Raggle in the conversation.
He's in the conversation.
This playoff exploited KD.
I think I look back at last year at the fact that we were considering Steph to be the MVP of the league when they were having to play in the play-in. and they were completely undermanned, and he was still doing work. Like, KD's my man. Y'all know how I feel about KD, but at the same time, this last season, yeah, it took a lot out of him. But if you as great as you say you are, and people say as you are,
you would have won one game.
Yeah, something else should have happened, and that's
something
you can't ignore that.
Something else would have had to happen. You know what I mean?
If Steph win that other ring, Steph has to be in the top 10. He has to, you can't ignore it. He not only changed the game to where everybody went from wanting to dunk to shoot these ridiculous shots,
right?
But he changed literally how people are drafting and creating teams.
Yeah,
like he said last year after he lost the play-in tournament, you don't want to see us next year.
He told y'all.
It just look like I said, like I said, you have to be honest with yourself. He has to be in that conversation. He's not.
You cannot ignore what he's done. You cannot.
Yeah, you cannot.
You cannot mention.
He's like, all right.
Being the GOAT, I can't really say that. But start bringing what he has done into the conversation, yes, I can say that.
Yeah. So let me. I'll break it down like this. Okay, you can't deny unanimously like the best side dish to any soul food dish, macaroni and cheese.
Oh, you are going always to food.
I have to. This. I mean, we foodies. This has got to.
No, you're a foodie.
I'm a foodie.
I'm a yams man myself. So
but I'm just saying, we knew we can't say macaroni and cheese is the greatest meal ever because we know that the greatest meal ever probably be fried chicken. That's different
because food is for every other steak is your own thing. I can say that steak is mine. You can say that baked mac is yours, and Will can say collard greens is his, and you can't tell me no because that's
no one's unanimously saying that macaroni and cheese. Oh, macaroni and cheese is the GOAT.
I see where he's going with this.
You know what I mean? We need macaroni and cheese in the conversation. You know what I'm saying? It's not saying that macaroni and cheese is the unanimous, you know what I'm saying?
That's not in
dish.
my conversation.
So here's what solidifies it for me, right? When you have to game plan for Steph, who's like under 6'5", like you game plan for Shaq.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, yo. You're not doing that for
that part
right now.
That part.
You're not doing that. And the whole Kevin Love, Kyrie thing, I don't want to hear that either because when Draymond went out and that affected it, y'all wasn't putting no asterisk on LeBron championship. So no, I don't want to hear that. It's a team game. You say whatever you want to say. Golden State was going to win that. Steph was the best player on them teams. Whether he showed up in the playoffs or not, he got them to that point. He was a unanimous MVP for a reason. That cannot be ignored. Y'all can't keep ignoring that and coming up with all these reasons why he didn't do this and do that in the finals. I really do that.
Yeah, we're not saying he's the GOAT best friend. We are saying that it's time to start put him in the conversation, especially when they win this year. We're saying after he wins his ring this year, we are going to start.
Got beef after that whole Westbrook thing, man. So
we gotta, I'm a diehard LeBron James fan, but I can't, like you said, you can't ignore what Curry has done, even what he still tried to do during the 2 years where they were terrible.
Mm-hmm. Look, you can't deny it, and that's big facts.
And to be how tall is he again? 6'1",
6'2", 6'2.5". He's 6'2.5". You know what I'm saying? I mean. But you have to keep. I know.
This is the worst take I've ever seen. LeBron should not have won 6 in a row. Absolutely not. Move on.
Yeah.
Man.
I'm not. And you usually on point, bro. Like no, like let's be honest. You always on point, bro. But today, man, it's you got to think outside the box, man. Like I said, like it's always been the big. It's always been the big three: Kobe, LeBron, and Michael. You gotta throw him in the conversation.
Why are we ignoring?
But my thing is like it shoulda, woulda, coulda, woulda, but it didn't. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? LeBron shoulda. But what I'm saying is, everyone says it should have been this, it should have been that, it shoulda. It wasn't. It didn't happen. It was Curry. It was Stephen Curry. He won unanimously. I am a LeBron fan, but look, best friend, you're not giving his flowers, and you need to give Curry his flowers.
You got to.
You have to, especially if you love basketball. I'm for what he's done, sitting back just watching Clay. Who knows what that felt like watching your main man on the sideline can't play. torn ACL, torn Achilles. You won 15 games in a season.
Right.
You go from a juggernaut team, this dynasty, to flat out nothing. You still grind.
And LeBron James.
Oh yeah,
let's be honest. LeBron James didn't have to go through that. He did not have to go through that.
Yo,
at all.
LeBron, and I'm gonna say this because I get tired of people saying I hate LeBron, but it's hard for me to say, yo, LeBron is the GOAT when literally even Kyrie just said it in that I Am Athlete, John. Yo, he's like a GM, fam. Like you come in, LeBron is basically playing 2K every year.
If KD wasn't there, they would. Yes, we just stated that they would win because we just seen what it's like with KD without them.
Yeah, I feel sad for KD because KD should have never left go.
KD is showing to me that KD needed them to win, not they needed KD to win.
It's like when you.
I'm sorry, KD. If you're the greatest man and they needed him to win the last 2 games, KD would have won at least 1 game. I don't want to hear that. I don't care if Kyrie is a bad.
You had a problem against
no
Toronto, KD. So I don't want to hear that.
It's like when you in high school and you got that girlfriend that does everything for you. And you're like, I'm going to college. I want to live freely. And then you regret it. And now she out here, you know what I'm saying, making money and she living good. Her curls is good. Her baby hair straight. You know, KD should stay with Golden State. He should have never left.
He should have.
I mean, he was home of the light skins.
Wow.
It's the home of the light skins.
And to think that Clay is not like 100% and they're winning this way. Because if it was a game 6 Clay every game,
oh man,
it's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
So
Clay is underrated,
very underrated, and even on the defensive end, he's very underrated. So what does this do for the Warriors dynasty when they win that ring?
Oh, the Warriors got it. They're the team of the 2010s and going into the 2020s now. They're going to be the team.
I think the Warriors got 2 more years after this.
2?
Wow. 2 more years of dynasty after this because you're bringing Wiseman back and then you may potentially trade Wiseman for another center. Like, nah, they got 2 more years after this, and then you'll start to see them kind of trickle down. But they're still going to be a great team because of the transition that's going to happen. Right. But it's probably going to be like 2 more years. I would love to see them all retire together. To be honest, like don't overstay
it. The 3 that started.
Yeah,
together?
just retire together, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't know.
But it's a dynasty already.
It's a dynasty. It's a big dynasty energy. All right, guys. We are in the tail end of the show, man.
They can barely play each other. Why are we talking?
I just
horrible. And I'm gonna say this: if Boston gets put out, you have to trade Jaylen Brown. You have to. I like Jaylen Brown.
If they lose this game 7, if they don't split them 2 up, I don't know.
You're just sitting on it for no reason.
I already said the Nets in the Boston series showed that them 2 actually work, and they really don't.
Right. All right. So look, this is the end of the show. We have to actually cut out here just a little bit early, man. C has a lot to do, man. CSPN. Shout out to the young lady, the young goat, the young queen, the young one herself.
How the old head said, she got more juice than Tropicana.
Bro.
I don't know.
Bro, Juice, man. She's saucy, boy. What you talking about? Juice is like Juice stays in the kitchen for like.
We should hop on the live halftime game 7.
You know, that's what we need to do. So here's the thing. So I've been telling everybody for a very long time that we will be reacting to the game. So we are going to be on IG, and we are going to be watching the game live together. And we're going to have live reactions. You Will T, you down. You got C, she down, and then you will see the number one head honcho of a podcast, Miles Austin. Well, he's number 2 to Rich. But number 1 in 494.
So everyone tune in. We'll figure out the time. We'll post it so you guys have it. But definitely, we would love for everyone to come in and chat with us on halftime and definitely dive in to see who's going to win this game 7.
And then we're gonna do a segment called "Guess the Shoes." What C is wearing, because she's probably gonna wear some nice shoes every time. Like, yeah, man, these the 4s.
I don't really like 4s.
These what?
I'm a bread person. Bye. Bye, guys. Thank you for tuning in every week. We love you. We love, this is our 28th episode. We're going to keep it going strong. So guys, like, share, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, MTMB Sports Podcast Network.
And also, if you got time, give.
I'm still petitioning to change the intro. I feel like y'all abusing me every time we shoot.
We have to change the intro because our newest member of the Full 94 podcast, the official new member, Will T.
Thank you.
He's officially part of the squad.
I'm not official until I see that thing
changed.
You hurt me.
But it doesn't get old. But it is old. It doesn't get old looking at it. But it just
shouldn't be the last thing that I see. Like
before we live that.
Kobe shot or something.
Something. Right. I'll take a Kobe shot.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and change that, man, because I gotta get into the lab. So, man, we love y'all so much, man. My name is Connie Westside, man. From my homeboy Miles Austin, that's Will T.
I love you too, best friend, even though we wasn't agreeing today.
And that's that's Sports Talk from C, aka CSPN. We out. Love y'all. We're gonna end it with Sports Talk with C.